Goddess Runic Serum. Okay, this is related to the downloads that I put on my page. Now, and this also goes into what is going on in the mail on social media, the news, I meant. I don't know why I said mail. Anyways, so there are a series of downloads that I put out last year. One, I'm talking about industry sacrifice. You have to look at how these new and upcoming artists, how they're becoming famous overnight. This is industry sacrifice. So what's coming to me is how they choose. Now, my twin, because I am on the twin flame journey, was an upcoming artist. I don't know if he's still trying to pursue that, but he's never really took off. Industry sacrifice is probably sacrificing someone that may have a crush on you, and you take advantage of them and you sacrifice them. So anybody that you feel like is weak. So that comes to the second download where I was like, women need to stop putting themselves out there if they can't handle it. They don't know what's going on. A lot of women do not understand that that man that you're attracted to is pretty much willing to almost do anything. An upcoming star, not all of them, but some of them are willing to industry sacrifice, are willing to take a life to get that fame. And that's the false narrative. You're not going to get fame because you sacrifice somebody. And if you do, it's not going to last long. How you know is how somebody becomes famous out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. One day they're over here suffering, the other day now they over here making money and producing music. That's an industry sacrifice. That is, they're swapping destinies with people who are not awakened. But see, the mistake that they made with me is that's my twin, and he awakened me by denying me, by rejecting me. So you were trying to industry sacrifice me, but it didn't work because it turned out that that man is my twin and he awakened me. So that's why they don't want you guys to wake up, because they can't sacrifice you if you wake up. And one thing about me, they didn't know that he's my twin. That's why it didn't work. Everything that you're trying to do, the death spell, it did not work. Because I'm the true twin, not the copycat. You cannot knock me down because I'm I'm protected. That's why they don't want you awakened, because you're not protected when you're not awakened. And that's surrendering. That is listening to the divine in God. They want to keep you boxed in one religion. That is the trick. One religion does not awaken you. You have to dive into all of them. because all of them teach you something different, because it's a big tapestry. We learned that with the three fates. It's a big thing that they're weaving together. It's a big web. So how is one thing all you need? One thing, like I said, one thing they didn't understand is that that is my twin. He awakened me, and every time that I grow and I ascend, I'm awakening him. See, you didn't know that. You didn't know that. And then it's like you want to sit here and believe my sister, because I'm sure it's my sister going around. It's somebody who's thinking like they're me. So I have two people that are trying to be me. Spiritually, they're trying to be me. And physically. Just like back in, I did a, oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I hear. Excuse me. So that is what it is. I was awakened. I was awakened. And you couldn't do it because I was awakened. And you didn't realize that that man is my twin. So you made up a lie, continue with the lie, and continue with the lie, and continue to attack me so I wouldn't discover the truth. I'm piecing all of my downloads together that I had last year. And nobody was listening. But see, now you're listening because I'm stronger now. And I can piece together. Everything that you're doing is making me stronger. So everything that you're doing is backfiring. What you think is going to happen is not going to happen. So you need to stop. Listen to this video. You need to stop. That man is my twin. That's why everything that you try to do does not work, because I'm awakened. And the more awakened I am, the more that he awakens. So you better stop. I'm telling you. Because all it's doing is backfiring. I'm becoming stronger and more psychic, and I see more. I can piece together things from last year. And that was the time, November was the time that he made that video. So you were going to have him sacrifice his own twin, thinking that maybe it will bring more wealth. But it doesn't work if I'm awakened already. And him rejecting me from the very beginning is what awoke me. That's why all of last year I was like, y'all don't really understand the spiritual realm, spiritual laws. You don't understand that. You're dealing with a divine couple, or what was supposed to be a divine couple. And I think you guys are trying again, and it's still not going to work because I'm protected. Now that I'm awakened, I'm protected. You can't sacrifice me. So he can't come toward me, but it's any type of offer that he gives me, any type of anything is not going to work unless he's dropped all of y'all. He has to understand that he needs to leave everybody. That's the same thing with Jesus, right? Jesus left everybody and everything and wandered around and gathered information and planted seeds. Huh. I wonder if he was a sacrifice. I wonder if Jesus was a sacrifice. But not because somebody tricked him into thinking anything, but the fact that he gave up his life, probably for somebody else. So maybe he did. He died not for our sins, but he died for somebody. He could have sacrificed himself for somebody else, for the life of somebody else. So maybe Mary, this is say that he gave up his life for somebody else. So that not all of us could live, but that person can live. That's one thing. I'm still trying to figure it out because it involves the twin flame journey. It involves the industry sacrifice. It involves spiritual gifts. It involves past, listen to all of my many stories. My many stories mean something. All of them mean something. Some of them are meant to heal, but a lot of them are revealing something within the system. We have the light twin flame and we have the dark twin flame. The one that the light twin flame heals, the dark twin flame doesn't. That is one point. So they choose paths, right? One chooses the path of healing, the one that's flourishing and abundant, and another one picks the path that is dark and wiltering and stagnant and dull. So I just wanted to expand on this because it keeps popping up. This is why they are against us spiritualists, because we're awakening, but we're not awakening at the rate that people think we are. Like, I know people are saying the 144,000 is activated. No, we're not all activated. We're not. Because a lot of us are twin flames too. A lot of us have different missions, a lot of different things that we're supposed to do here. And if if we're not awakened, and then we're falling into the traps that, they are going to send obstacles. They're going to send obstacles to us. I say, last year, I felt like I was crazy. I felt like I was lost. I didn't understand what was happening in my first spiritual awakenings, in my ego deaths, and my ascensions. I didn't understand what was going on. I put things out because I was intuitively asked and told to put things out. And then I see it happening now, and I'm like, I'm so glad I listened to Spirit, because then now I know. I was supposed to be industry sacrificed last year by my own twin. I don't know if that's supposed to boost anything up or anything. But see, it didn't work because I am awakened. You have to wake up. A lot, and that's why I was saying women need to stop putting themselves out there in a situation that they can't handle, that they don't know about. And a lot of times they're not going to teach you. There's no set rule to awakening. There's no set rules. You just, and then it's like you're going to get things obstacles thrown at you and everything, and people are going to say you're crazy, and then people are not going to like you no more. Then people are going to make up all these lies. This is what I went through for a long time, and I'm becoming to be aware of the reason why I've been attacked so much. Well, because this man is my twin, so that means that the gifts that I have, he probably has, but he's been stuffing them down because they don't agree with his parents' religious beliefs or a community's religious beliefs. So this man is lost. And confused. And the reason why the industry sacrifice, I'm going to say it again, it did. I'm awakened. You can't do it. Because you're going to feel some type of way, because he was about to do it. And them downloads I had, that last one about the destiny swapping with the unawakened, that was November 12th last year, 2024, with 1616 on the timer. That was last year, and he was supposed to do it in November of last year. But why didn't he do it? Because he was inspired. Why are you inspired? Because you're my true twin. We inspire each other. But see, lately I've been rolling out here by myself. So then I had to depend on myself. I had to go within, even further within. So what I did is I went into my ancestry. And then I discovered what was going on within my families. Because there's something going on with the Nellums family, the Timmons family, and the Sinclair family. There's something going on with three on in all in whoo, I can't get it. In all three families. You know, it's everybody's jealous and envious of each other, and I don't have a relationship with anybody but my mom and my nephews. That's the only blood that I have a relationship with. And my mom is sometimes rocky, you know. My mom is sometimes rocky because she is straddling the fence. And then my sister, you want to get mad and call me all kinds of stuff, all just because you're mad because whatever you think is supposed to be handed to you is not going to be handed to you. Check out the Sinclair witches. Every mini story is true. Every mini story is true. This is really what's happening to me. The prophecy of the seer, the whole thing that you have a true twin flame and you have a false twin flame. And, you know, one tarot reader, I liked when she said sitting on the shelf. You know, you're supposed to sit on the shelf while the other one, you know, like, my twin picked the other one. He picked the false one, thinking that was better. And then the false one is going to sit here and make the real one look bad in every which way. And then when we come up with energy vampires, they're both draining me of my energy, but in different ways. She wants me gone, and he wishes that I was there, I guess. I don't know. Or he loves my energy. And then what else do we have? We have path. You know, he chose a path to unhealing. I chose a path to heal. And then what else do we have? We have the sacrifice. That's a past life. And it was going to try to happen again this life. The sacrifice, a past life story. Back from the dead. I'm back from the dead. And it's not going to work this time, right? Because I'm not going to let fear get to me. And I'm going to get into my spiritual gifts. So it must have been a last life where I was scared to get into my spiritual gifts. And they tricked me into thinking, right, The next prophecy goes into the rune reading that I did, where this one, me, probably me and my twin are supposed to have a boy, and it's supposed to mean something. And so she, with her son that she has, she's trying to act like he's the one and that she's the one, but it's not the one. It doesn't come out of a union. It comes not from a union. So Mary and Joseph weren't together. Okay, that's how. That's how it is made. Okay, I'm in the garage right now because my nephew's being a little bit too loud. I'm trying to think, is there any more downloads? And what should I name this? One thing I find it hard to do is to name the rune readings, to name the readings. Okay, anyways. Oh, wow. You know, I really do speak to spirit, and it comes out in my creations, and that's why they're trying to stop me from creating. And it's just really funny. Nothing has worked because I took the path that I was supposed to take this time. All of my mini stories come together. I want somebody to like contact me and be like, let's make this into a movie. And I'm like, this is Be Honest. I mean, honest. See, it is honest. This would be amazing if I can just turn this into a Disney movie or a movie. That's exactly what I want to do. And this is my story. My name is all over the pictures. I think maybe I need to put my name on there a little bit more. This is my story. I went through this. Because I feel like somebody's going to try to take it. So, trying to take it. Yeah, I feel like somebody's going to try to take it. But this is my story. These are my stories. You know what I'm saying? This is what I experienced. This is my life. Goddess Runic Seer. Goddess Runic Seer. And for some more downloads. I don't know what I'm going to title this, because I really, really want people to look into what I'm saying. I really want to, and I'm not getting that many views. So, like, hopefully this helps you guys. Hopefully you can grow and learn from this. I will see you in another video. Peace. Love you.